It's the NPL's version of the distance derby, Wollongong and Central Coast, from a rain-soaked Ian McLennan Park in Kembla Grange. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to round 13 of NPL men's football. The distance derby for NPL sees the Mariners make the long and wet trip south to take on Wollongong. Mike Sheen with you. Great to have your company this afternoon. I hope you're having a great afternoon wherever you are. We'll do that. And we're all good. Hope you're having a great Sunday afternoon wherever you are. As Duran blares out around Ian McLennan Park. The Wolves are back on home turf to take on Central Coast. Should be an interesting matchup. Teams are in. Let's have a look at them before kick-off. For the home team this afternoon, they line up this way. Starting in goal, number 20, veteran Jan Jedovic. The rest of the lineup: 2, Harrison Wenzel; 4, Dylan Ryan; 5, Banri Kanaizumi; 6, Samuel Riak; 7, Takumi Ofuka; 8, Andre Takami; 10, Yagub Mustafa; 11, Sebastian Hernandez; 24, the captain, Lachlan Scott; and 88, Chris McStay. Reserve keeper, number 13, Oliver Yates. The other subs: 9, Jake True; 15, Dax Kelly; 27, Damon Gray; and 29, Thomas Dunn. For the Mariners, they line up this way under captain Lucas Cicluna. Starting keeper, number 40, Dylan Parake-Cullen. The rest of the lineup: 4, Andre Parks; 5, Harry Menham; 8, the captain, Lucas Cicluna; 10, Lucas Smythe; 11, Jonathan Nyonkoru; 12, Tay Headley; 16, Prayag Thapa; 22, Rocco Smith; 34, Parker Williams; 39, Adam Hall. Reserve keeper, number 20, Jaya Janovic. The other subs: 2, Michael Paragali; 6, Jordan Small; 9, Nicholas Duarte; 15, Amponsar Antwi; and 42, Alex Kuntunkas. Referee this afternoon is Brodie Merchant. Reese Edwards and Aaron Bloch on the sidelines. Mason Griffith is our fourth official. Conditions, well, it is absolutely horrible. It's not a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke, but it might as well be a cold, wet Sunday in Wollongong. Conditions far from ideal. Temperature sitting at about 14 odd degrees, and the rain absolutely tumbling down in bucket loads. Only the diehards are here, a small but no doubt vocal crowd ready to get going for this round 13 fixture, almost at the halfway point of the season. Wollongong sitting in 8th position coming in. Mariners at the bottom, as Brodie Merchant says, let's get it going, boys. We're away for round 13 action. Wolves and Mariners. Wollongong in their traditional red shirts and shorts, white socks. Mariners in their now customary yellow and navy shorts and yellow socks. They're running left to right as we look at it. Wenzel trying to put that one out, and he'll win the throw on the far side. Looking forward to bringing you this one this afternoon. Conditions nowhere near ideal, but certainly should be a good afternoon of football. Here's an early chance for the Wolves down the right-hand side. That's Mustafa. Going to work it back. One there by the Mariners. Now Andre Parks having a look down the right-hand side. What's doing there for the academy side? Cicluna, the captain. One looking for an early touch in the opening stages here at Ian McLennan Park. Parker Williams playing at left back this afternoon alongside Rocco Smith. Drives it upfield, but easily intercepted at the back by Wollongong. Ryan wins the throw. As a look down the line, nice option there in the form of Ofuka. He's been in good form the last couple of weeks, Takumi Ofuka. Bagged a couple of goals in the last couple of outings for the Illawarra side. Scored in 2 of the last 3, along with Chris McStay, who scored in 2 of the last 3. The last 2, in fact, scored the lone goal last week in their 3-1 loss to the high-flying Rockdale Illingdon at the Illingdon Sports Centre. And before that, both Ofuka and McStay getting on the score sheet in the 3-2 win over Sydney FC just a few kilometres up the road at Wynn Stadium. Meanwhile, for the Mariners, it doesn't make for pretty reading. And Jedovic easily plays it out. Not able to keep possession for a moment. That was Mustafa. The shot comes in from wide. That one always sailing over the bar and out. And Jedovic had absolutely nothing to worry about there. First shot of the afternoon going the way of the visitors. And they get the first free kick of the day as well for that little challenge on the right-hand side. The rain has been fairly relentless since we arrived a couple of hours ago. It's gotten a little heavier in periods, but seems to be fairly consistent. The Coast getting the advantage here. Cicluna. Got his options, the captain, through midfield. Goes to Smythe on the right. Going to break through this wall of red. It's been fairly solid this year. Now, Benham down the left. Someone takes a deflection out for the first corner of the day. After only 3.5 minutes. The Mariners corner on the left-hand side. Plenty of yellow and navy. They go the short option here. Now the second ball comes in, but easily dealt with by the Wollongong defence. And there was skipper Lachlan Scott. Picks out Hernandez. Nice turn there for Riak. Stayed in the red of Wollongong after the off-season. Now down the right-hand side, here's a lovely chance. Takami works it in, they get a corner. There'll be an all-action start to this one here at Ian McLennan this afternoon, inside 5 minutes. Escarpment off in the background. Travelling down the escarpment from the north this afternoon was an interesting experience. This is what it's all about. You see the corner on the right-hand side. Out swinger, nearly worked home. Does it work home? The referee says yes, it was. Opening goal of the day goes to Wollongong from the set piece. And the home side takes the lead, 1-0. Three Merchants just took a moment to have a look to see if it had crossed the line. The assistant on the far side said it did. The goal was given to the home team. They lead 1-0.
Goal scored for your Wollongong Wolves. We'll confirm that goal scorer shortly. That score is Wollongong Wolves 1.
Pretty sure it might have been Andre Takami, the opening goal of the afternoon. Ground announcer a little bit confused as to who the scorer was. So 1-0 regardless. Home team take an early lead. They'll play from in front this afternoon. The Mariners' task just getting that fraction harder. Break Cullen trying to play out. Risky ball only finds Riak. He gets it on the 1-2. Now it's Afuka. The dangerous Takumi Afuka. On the left-hand side. They decide to reload. It's Kanaizumi with a lovely ball to the right-hand side. Almost picked out Takami. Chris McStay in there working hard as usual in midfield on the right. Doesn't win possession on this occasion. Mariners, as I said, bottom of the table at the moment. Only the 2 wins and 1 draw to their credit this season. 7 points That's goal number 33 they've conceded. Now for the Wolves, sitting mid-table in 8th. Not that far outside the finals positions. We'll get to that in a moment. Lachlan Scott lays it off. Afuka tried to get the shot away. It'll be a goal kick. Indecision there. Thought it might have taken a deflection, but goal kick is the ruling from Brody Merchant. Wollongong, as I was saying, that's goal number 24 for them, sitting in 8th position. Yeah, apparently it was Guensel who got the goal for Wollongong. And Guensel gets the goal for the home team on 5 minutes. See a few of the Mariners players not in their team today making their way up into the grandstand. Lovely facility here at Ian McClellan Park, I must say. First time here and very impressed with the facilities here in Kembla Grange. Chance for the Mariners. Broken up by the Wollongong defence. Mustafa downfield over halfway. And a cut back on the inside looking for Lachlan Scott. He'll get it now on the right. He'll work it in. Almost broke for McStay. Instead it's Niankuru. These for the Mariners. They now reload. Wollongong 5 wins, 2 draws and 5 losses to their credit under David Carney this year. Happy with the start he's seen from his side through 9 minutes. The Mariners. Bright start from them, conceding the early goal though. Nothing to atone for that. Seems to be getting a little bit heavier if possible here this afternoon. And Izumi coming through from behind to clear that one away. Cicluna, left-hand side. That's a lovely ball across. Intercepted there briefly. The Wollongong side, can they keep it in? They can, and there's the equaliser for Central Coast. Lucas Smythe with a beautiful finish from close range. Jemjedovic had no chance. And all of a sudden we're level here at Ian McClellan Park. Central Coast Mariners 1, Wollongong Wolves 1.
Goal scored there for Central Coast Mariners,
past the 10-minute mark.
Stories Wollongong Wolves 1, Central Coast Mariners 1.
That will certainly change the mood in the yellow and navy camp. Their 18th goal of the season for Wollongong. Smythe. Running double for him, 2 weeks running, he's bagged a goal. Scott, gonna win it down. Ryan. Looking for Hernandez on the left. Williams clears. Now it'll be a Wollongong ball. Can they return in kind? 2 goals inside 10 minutes. To reload and start again. Riak swings it wide. Dylan Ryan for Afuka. That'll be a throw to the Wolves. Against the corner flag on the left. Throw into the box, easily cut out by Cicluna. He picks out Riak. Now Takami. Mustafa. One play under his left there. And Izumi. Reacts, swings it to the right once again. Stay at his pocket picked. Now the Mariners, can they counter again? Here's a chance through midfield. Cicluna out to the left. Give red shirts back. Wasn't an issue last time. Free kick goes the way of Wollongong. 2 fouls so far after a dozen minutes. Issue with the football there for a moment. Wollongong supporters that are here making a bit of noise. Good to hear. NPL level, the supporters getting the chants up and going during the afternoon. Scott. Hold that one. Headley getting in to disrupt it. Long ball only finds Janjetovic. Plenty of experience in the back in veteran Janjetovic. Nenad Vekic moving on at the end of last season. Janjetovic, a more than capable replacement between the sticks for the Illawarra side. Kanaizumi. Move it forward for Afuka. Finds Nyungkuru. Now Smith. Able to take their time on the ball here, Central Coast. Be careful though. Break Cullen. Plays out only, picks out Chris McStay. And once across the face. McStay. Shoot on sight. One. Look nice, 6 iron on the 15th. A lot of red in the crowd this afternoon. The only thing required this afternoon is your puffer jacket and umbrella. Where we are in the grandstand out of the rain, it's quite a mild afternoon. Kanaizumi, what a beautiful turn that was. It's out Ryan, down the left. Got dummies, long ball. Great Cullen from a long way out. Watch that one sailing nicely, Dylan Break Cullen. Read that like the front page of tomorrow's paper. I don't know if anyone gets a newspaper anymore. It's all gone digital in this day and age. So if anyone still buys the old hard copy print edition. Ryan. Got it back. Stay. Lovely ball down the line trying to pick out Scott. Scott beats his man. Inside the box. That'll be a corner to the Wolves. Nice little turn there from Scott. Stay fed down the line and Scott doing the work down the left-hand side. Orchids combining. Send that one down to veteran midfielder on the left in front of the scoreboard, which reads Wolves 1, Mariners 1. Inside looking to change that in the next few moments. In-swinger comes in. Seen away by Central Coast nicely. Stafford doesn't get there, but they'll get the throw here, Wollongong, yes. Been an entertaining start. Plenty of action on the pitch. No doubt Wollongong would have eyes on the top 6, even though we're only approaching mid-season. Scott, that one worked away. Out for another corner. Now Wollongong would have eyes on a finals berth. Still a long way to go in the season. Still a couple of weeks before the midway point. They would love to get a spot on the top six. Ball comes in. Stafford tries to knot it down. Picks out Adam Hall. Goes out on the far side. Tell you around the grounds. Only the one other match underway this afternoon. NPL men's action anyway. Sydney United and Western Sydney Wanderers at Adenza Park. Got about 10 minutes played there and no score on the board between United and the Wanderers. One match coming up tonight in the twilight from the Rockdale Illingdon Sports Centre. It's Sydney FC taking on RPL Leichhardt. That one from 5:30 this evening. Stay heads that one down for Wollongong. Fuka, one coming from Ryan. He decides to double back. Now the sweeping ball across field. Staffer. He cut on his left. It gets cut off. Central Coast retaining possession. Been played at a good tempo, this one. And Izumi giving anything. Wollongong once again. Afuka down the left. Finds a little bit of space. Hernandez into the box. There's another corner. Nice work there from Sebastian Hernandez. Approaching 20 minutes down here at Ian McClellan Park. Corner on the Wolves left once again. Corner number 4 on my count so far this afternoon. It comes, easily seen out, and we'll make it corner number 5. Great Cullen with the big punch this time. Down by Nyankuru. Now the Mariners trying to counter. Smythe. They decide to settle it. Seems to be getting just a fraction heavier. Hopefully you're nice and warm wherever you're watching this one this afternoon through the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Mike Sheen with you for the call of this one. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, whether you're in the Illawarra, the Central Coast, Greater Sydney or somewhere else around the world. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Ball comes in and headed away by Wollongong for another corner to the Mariners. Working Football New South Wales media team bringing you this one and every match as we do each and every week, live and on demand through the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Corner on the right, the in-swinger comes in. Second effort. This one there from Headley. Forcing a save out of Janjetovic. Did it easily. Now Hernandez. Touch-on's a great one for McStay. Can he use it? He keeps it in, looking for Lachlan Scott. Was at a high boot. He gets the shot away. Great Cullen. Claims it easily in the end. Could have been a shout there from the Mariners for a high boot. Freddie Merchant in good position to rule on that. Said no. No deal. Play on. Nice ball down the right-hand side. Niankuru doesn't have many options forward. Lays it off. One of the few options comes through. And that one just whistles wide. Tay Headley proving to be a handful in the last couple of minutes, and they've won a corner as well. Now the threat not over for the home team. Swinger in Janjetovic. That's coaching practice for someone of his standard. And releases. Almost works for them. They'll get away with it in the end. Riak for Afuka down the left. Good tackle coming in there from Rocco Smith. Central Coast adamant that should have been their ball, but referee Merchant ruling in favour of the home team. Afuka, nice turn. Scott lays it back. Afuka should have put that one away. Sprayed it over the bar. Golden opportunity to take the lead once again for the Wolves. Fumi Afuka will know he should have done better with that finish. Free kick conceded by Kanaizumi. Why can't we've only had the 4 fouls this afternoon? Now Central Coast, left-hand side. And manufacture something here. Ball in across the face of goal and easily seen out by Dylan Ryan for another corner. Winning navy and yellow at the back post. Put that one away. Janjetovic probably had it covered, but no one there to test him out. For anybody. That could have been for one of my favourite players in nobody in particular. Scott. Staffer. Goes himself. Beats his man, gets dragged back. Referee Merchant says, yep, saw that one. Yeah, free kick. And a yellow card. Going away. That was Harper picking up the yellow card. This player into Brody Merchant's notebook this afternoon. Long ball in, high header, Parate Cullen takes that one comfortably. A real threat there. The shot stopper, both benches having a stretch midway through the half, a bit past that point. Parks is an option there. Almost undone by Hernandez. Parks down, lifts that one to midfield. Up with Kanaizumi. It's the free. Flag is up for offside. One of the afternoon goes against the home team. Tick towards the half hour. 2 goals in 5 minutes or 4 minutes. Harrison Wenzel for the Wolves on 6 and Lucas Smythe replying for the Mariners on 10. Speaking of which, there is Smythe working it forward. Nice option. Here's a chance, but Genjedovic cut it off before the delivery to Niankuru could be made. Genjedovic with a long ball, as you'd expect, picks out Scott. Now Mustafa down the right. All worked in, nearly for McStay. Mustafa brings it back. Mustafa looking very lively. Scott. Riak, now Ryan. On the left, that's a dangerous ball in, but danger averted as it sails harmlessly over the line and out. Sit at the top, temperature sitting at around 14 degrees and not heading any further north in a hurry. Fuka can't reel it in. Ryan doubles back. Long ball forward, but too much on that one. Great Cullen claims it easily as they play on. For the up-tempo play here, Central Coast. A bit too up-tempo as it sails downfield, but they'll get the throw here on halfway. Things actually look like they're improving just fractionally. That's possible. Mustafa, good save. Great Cullen making a great save. Had to get down low to his left in a hurry. Big frame of Yagub Mustafa bearing down. Great Cullen in the highlighter green. Genjedovic, more of the call it almost a forest green sort of colour. A darker shade this afternoon. Here's a chance for Wollongong through midfield. Scott. Riak. Now Afuka. Get it back. No, Scott lays it off. Ryan on the left lifts it up to the back, but headed up and away. Have another corner for Wollongong. Past the half-hour mark here at Ian McClellan Park. Let's try that again. Wollongong 1, Central Coast 1. That's what I'm trying to say. Much easier said than done in that case. Outswinger, not dealt with by Central Coast, but they'll get out of jail here. Parade Cullen got a hand on it. In the foul for the free on Cicluna. Many of the fans of those in red agreed with that decision, but Brady Merchant made the call regardless. Risky ball there, Riak brought down, free kick in a great area for Wollongong. Protesting for more than a yellow here, Wollongong, or more than a free kick. Like Brady Merchant wants to entertain it. They're trying to appeal like we saw last night in the A-League men's semi-final. Denying the goal-scoring opportunity. Merchant said, not this time it wasn't. Wall of about 15 on both sides. Mustafa and Stay, two options for the home team. It's likely to be Stay to swing it in. Doesn't beat the wall though. Second effort, lifted in, react, hands up for offside. Scott, the shot, just wide. Nice idea there from Wollongong, just wouldn't break for them the right way. We'll remain deadlocked at 1-1 through 33 and a half minutes. As you can see on that scoreboard in the top left-hand corner. Pressure coming from the Wolves. Naizumi pushing up a long way. It's Smith. Fuka held back and the referee said yes. It's a foul. Getting a little bit spicy out there at the moment. And but he's just starting to fray a touch here. The boys from Brown, Gosford and Tuggerah will be getting a catnapping early this evening. We'll be up in the early hours to watch the AFC Cup final. Stay with the free kick right now. Whips it into the back post. Second effort from Hernandez. Sails harmlessly over the bar and out. It's that AFC Cup final in the early hours of tomorrow morning. Certainly wish the Mariners A-League side the best of luck in that. Mustafa. Much more pressing issues for the Central Coast faithful. Hernandez works it along the byline. Parade Cullen had it covered easily. Inside 10 to go in the first half. Still locked at 1-1. Riaka tried to win it down the big frame there of Lucas Smythe pushing forward. Wenzel got in the road. Janjetovic got there in time, but the flag's gone up on the near side anyway. So it wouldn't have counted had it down the back of the net. Scott. Now Ryan. And a busy first half, Dylan Ryan. The chest there of Parker Williams. Bafuka. Back for Mustafa. Referee says all ball, play on. Rocco Smith tried to work it forward. Kami decides to calm it down. Wenzel leads to halfway. Post winning the throw on the far side of the ground. Risk Ian McClellan Park here at Kembla Grange. Referee having a good long look and decides that will be a foul. And a yellow card for Chris McStay. And a good long hard look at that, Brodie Merchant. For the shrill of the whistle indicated there was a foul. Kick in a nice area, probably 10 or 15 metres outside the 18-yard box. The area to lift it up towards the penalty spot and try and find body in action. Only 3 Mariners shirts behind the ball. Rocco Smith went down, the ball went out. Referee says play on. Goal kick. Ryan got a touch on it. Going away for home team. Foul count 6-5 to the home team with that one, so not a lot in it. Turned out for a corner. Surprise option there for Central Coast to just play that one out for the corner and not look for the touch line, but that's the option they've taken. Corner for Wollongong, left-hand side in front of the scoreboard. Which is blowing in these dull overhead conditions. Rain has all but eased. Stay. The right foot swings it to the back post. Can't get the head on target, but the shot is a ripper! Kanai Zumi puts the home team in front. A lovely strike. Wollongong retake the lead, 2-1. Kanai Zumi with a wonderful strike. 40 minutes down, Wollongong 2, Central Coast 1. And a lovely strike. See that on the highlights of all the goals from NPL men's round 13 during the week. Have an eye on that on the social media channels. That'll be worth seeing on the highlights reel. Match highlights later this evening as well. Every match. Mustafa looking to strike while the iron's hot. Riak under pressure. Does well. Scott works it forward. Brett Cullen comes out to claim. So 2-1, Wollongong leads it. Kanai Zumi with a lovely strike from towards the top of the box. Central Coast working it forward. One far too deep. Over and out. Getting the throw right-hand side in front of the Mariners bench. Mariners trying to spark something upfield. There's Harper working it forward. flag is up for offside. About 2.5 minutes remaining plus stoppage time in the first half. And Jedovich driving it long, the touch from Scott. Staffer working it on. McStay, nice little 1-2 there. Chris McStay into the box. Cuts it back, only finds yellow and navy. Challenge coming in, that'd be offside anyway. They play the goal kick instead. Might have stung actually, one of the Wollongong players, looking a little bit ginger around that right hip area. Hernandez struggling a little bit. Keep an eye on that as we approach the break. Smythe. And Nyanguru was offside. Assistant straight onto that one. Mason Griffith will shortly indicate how much added time we'll have in the first half. I would imagine there'd be a few minutes. Now Wollongong trying to play out from the back here. Janjetovic. Scott. Free kick. That's the way of Central Coast. Final seconds of the first 45 coming to an end. Mason Griffith indicates there'll be 1 minute of added time, so only the 60 seconds. Right hand side, Wollongong. Midfield on the left hand side. Like both teams happy to lay out the little bit of added time that we've got. A matter of seconds remaining. And there's the whistle from Brodie Merchant for half-time. So at Ian McClellan Park, an entertaining 45 minutes comes to an end with the home team leading it. At the break, it's Wollongong Wolves 2, Central Coast Mariners 1. Second half coming up shortly.
Needless to say, unfortunately today we aren't going to have a half-time walk chase.
1 2 1 2 1 2 3. Yep. Welcome back to Ian McClellan Park. Half-time in this round 13 NPL men's match, and Wollongong Wolves leading Central Coast Mariners 2-1 as we get the second 45 minutes underway. Mike Shane with you this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you are through the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Lovely ball down the right-hand side to get us underway in the second half. Mustafa, yes, 3-1 Wollongong. That was beautiful from the Wolves, and the celebration to boot. How about that? An exquisite passage of play from the start of the second half, and Mustafa makes it 3-1. But a lovely finish there from the Wolves, making it 3-1, and we've barely had 60 seconds in the second half. The ball down the right-hand side from Hernandez. Mustafa ran onto it. Parake Cullen had no chance. And the Wolves take that dangerous 2-goal lead early in the second half. So Wollongong 3, Central Coast 1. I'm sure the messages from half-time, which we haven't even got to look at, would be thrown out the window, especially if you're a Mariners fan. Wollongong would be delighted with that start. But for the Mariners, exactly what they didn't want. Can they reply in kind? Shouts for handball. Referee says no. Central Coast trying to find something here. Nice little turn. The shot won't come just yet. Now it does. Janjetovic had it covered a long way out. Headley delivering the final shot on target to make it a play on goal for the Wollongong side. Early stages of the second period here at Ian McClellan Park. Rain seems to have cleared for the moment. The ground announcer obviously has a good sense of humour, playing Dragon, or a cover of the old Dragon hit during the half-time break. Somebody obviously has a wicked sense of humour. Samuel Riak. Now Hernandez. He's born to be alive, Samuel Hernandez. He's very alive leading up to that third goal. Riak. Happy to settle it here, Wollongong. David Carney, no doubt, would be the happier of the two managers around the half-time break. Mustafa keeps it in on the byline. Corner. Corner is the ruling from Brodie Merchant early in the second half. Riak wanted the penalty. Referee Merchant not interested. With only the one person coming up to sort of appeal for it, I don't think the stewards would have too much concern about that, and the appeal dismissed, placing stand. Just as we're about to get underway, referee Merchant spotting something, just holding up the corner. It's like McStay to bring it in on the left. A little bit of argy-bargy in the box around the spot. In it comes. Parake Cullen with a high punch away. Scott, great save there. Ball worked away. It will be a corner. The cries of corner were answered for Wollongong. So I make it number 9 for the afternoon for Wollongong, and that looks correct. 9 for the corner count. So more than 2-1 in favour of the home team. McStay. This time on the right. It'll be an out swinger from the right footer. Kanai Zumi! Kanai Zumi with a brace. That was a lovely header from Banri Kanaizumi to give him a brace on the afternoon. And Wollongong extend their lead on 50 minutes, 4-1. That was far too easy from Wollongong. Picked out the number 5 at the back post, who got a clean head on it, on target. Parade Cullen had no chance to stop that.
Goes to your Wollongong Wolves, number 5, Bunry Kanazumi.
So the Wolves dominating this one, 2 and 4 minutes in the second half to blow this game wide open. Question is now, how far can they go with it? Scott won't take it any further. The home fans finding their voice. Always one or two wags in the outer. As we see this throw going long. Central Coast able to shut it down. McStay. Oh, the back heel was nice from Ofuka. Looking for Scott. They found Rocco Smith, who clears towards halfway. Now that's a yellow card and looks like nothing more. I saw, I think it was Riak. No, it wasn't Riak. Must have been Mustafa. I'm trying to pick up who that was now. I saw the Wolves player drop in a screaming heap on the field. I think Lucas Smythe has gone into the book for the Mariners. The trainer summoned immediately onto the pitch. Hear the yell and the scream of anguish. And then the protests from both sides. The low card has been shown for, I believe it was Lucas Smythe. A bit of added time here. Concern being shown for this Wollongong player. So a brief stoppage. Game's been played at a good tempo this afternoon. Looks like it might be Kanizumi who's down. Receiving the attention from the trainer. Subs are warming up for Wollongong on the far side. Who does David Carney want to look at? It is the aforementioned Kanizumi, who slowly back to his feet. Won the free kick here. Wollongong in the meantime. Izumi delivers it. Flag straight up for offside. Scott the offender on that occasion. Great Cullen hasn't had the best afternoon. Gets it away just in front of Mustafa. One will break for Central Coast, but offside. Flag went straight up against the Mariners, so went over the bar, but it wouldn't have counted anyway. 9 minutes gone, second half. Wollongong adding 2 to their first half too. Kanizumi with a header and Mustafa with a nice tap in from close range. Headed away by Wollongong only to midfield. Cicluna. Wide for Rocco Smith. And the captain, what can he do? Trying to find something for the Northerners. As I said in the first half, the NPL equivalent of the distance derby. The Mariners throw on the right-hand side. I reckon it'd be a good 3 to 4 hour drive from Gosford to Wollongong. It'll be an expedition, that's for sure. Here's a chance. Mustafa just got tangled at the wrong moment. Wins the corner, though. He's got his feet tangled at the wrong moment there. Did Yaqub Mustafa. Chris McStay to take the corner. He's been delivering beautifully this afternoon. Only 3 outside the box for Wollongong. McStay swings it into the back post. Wenzel finds only side netting. So Central Coast hold on for the time being as we approach the hour. It's over 10 minutes gone in the second, and Wollongong have blown this apart with 2-goal burst in 4 minutes. Takamai back to Janjetovic. Done their damage early in the half, Wollongong. And finding a nice big puddle outside the fence. Plenty of surface water here around in McClellan Park in certain areas. Definite shirt tug there on Hernandez. Kanaizumi picked the pocket beautifully. Now the run. Lays it off for Afuka. Afuka sells it as his pocket picked in return as they stream upfield Central Coast. Cicluna gives it off. Now the long ball coming forward. Afuka gets it out. Covering there from Takumi Afuka. I know a lot of the fans and viewers will be disappointed to know that we didn't have our world famous wolf chase at half-time due to the inclement weather here in Wollongong. The officials decided it was a little bit too risky to run the wolf chase today, but I'm sure they'll have it back for the next home game. It's here at Ian McClellan Park, at Albert Butler or Wynn Stadium, wherever they play. Wolf chase, a highlight of any Wolves home game. Great to see the kids getting involved. Just not this afternoon, a bit too wet and slippery. And here's a chance for Central Coast. Nyonkuru gets it back. Tried to lift it in. They'll get a corner. Nice work there from the Mariners to win the corner on the right-hand side. Approaching the hour mark here at Ian McClellan Park. Wollongong 4, Central Coast 1. Both teams playing on Saturday next week, so a shortish turnaround for them. Rocco Smith knocked over. Referee had the whistle to the mouth and then decided against it. Riak tried to find Hernandez. Williams. It's the throw on the right of the Wollongong defence. Williams given plenty of room to move. Ball in from, in fact, there was a change earlier with Antwi coming on. For the Mariners. Fernandez tried to work it inside for Wollongong. Antwi making the run down the right-hand side. Janjetovic won't be watching that one. He'll be needed, but the free kick goes the way of the home team. And a substitution being made by the Mariners as we speak. Coming on is Nicholas Duarte, replacing Lucas Smythe in the hour. And also another change with Andre Parks coming off.
10, Lucas Smythe.
And coming on, Michael Paragali in the number 2 shirt. So double change there from the Mariners.
Second substitution, number 4, Andre Parks, making way for number 2, Michael Paragali.
Free kick for Wollongong. Now they work it. Upfield, on the right-hand side. Scott couldn't find anybody in red inside midfield. Mariners coming away with it. Farper. Now Williams. Riak. A deflection. They'll get the throw here, Wollongong. Sting seems to have gone out of this game in the last few minutes. Stay. Working hard with Cicluna. Mustafa tried to feed it infield, couldn't quite find his way through. Craig Cullen holds up at the back. Rocco Smith. His best delivery there, Rocco. Now it's Hernandez. Wenzel, left-hand side. Mustafa was stretching for that one, just couldn't quite get to that one, and it harmlessly goes back to Craig Cullen. Mariners. Just a little touch. Benham. It's the throw. Referee says handball there. No foul, handball. Free kick goes the way of Wollongong. To the disbelief of Benham and the other Mariners players. Stay. Take the free kick. Only a few metres in from touch. Wollongong right. On the eastern side of the ground. Very dark afternoon here at Kimball Grange. All worked in. Can I zoom in nearly? A reload here, Mustafa. All the way back through Takami, back to Janjetovic. I'm happy to take their time. Ball down the line looking for Mustafa, trying to run onto that. Gets there just in time in front of substitute in Paragali. Wollongong throw on the right. On the eastern side of the ground. Long throw into the box. Break for McStay. Liked it on his left. Fulker just couldn't control it when he wanted it. Got the touch, but just couldn't get the ball to sit for him at the right moment. Ball into the box off the chest of Scott. Fulker was there. It'll be a flag up for offside, in fact. And all of that. Williams. Had an acre of space to work with that and plenty of time to settle over the ball. It's been solid today, Vedran Janjetovic, as you'd expect. Mustafa. Lovely ball. Scott, the back heel, nearly wanted McStay. Riak. Now Takami. And Hernandez. Hernandez trying to find Mustafa. Scott gets there. You get it on the 1-2. Gets a hip and shoulder, if you don't mind, out of Harry Menem. And it'll be another corner for the home team. Back to throw deep on the right. This time they go short. Hernandez. Can't keep it in and would have been offside anyway. So a goal kick. It's the ruling midway through the second half. Just over 20 minutes to go here at Ian McClellan Park. Wollongong Wolves 4, Central Coast Mariners 1. Only the one other match underway this afternoon. As I said earlier, we've got that one game from 5:30 this evening. Match that is underway. Sydney United 58 taking on Western Sydney Wanderers, the high-flying Wanderers. And it's the home team in front there. Free kick to Wollongong. Sydney United leading Wollongong 2-0. At the hour mark there, the match at 5:30, Sydney FC and RPL Leichhardt from the Illington Sports Centre in Rockdale. Not a full bank of NPL women's matches. One match postponed earlier this morning. Sydney Olympic and Macarthur Rams from Petermore Field has been postponed due to the inclement weather across Sydney and the Illawarra. It's the only match that's been called off today due to the weather, so pretty fair record. All the other matches are on. There was one yesterday in the women's. 2-all between Spirit and Apia at Christie Park. So all those other matches kicking off at around 5 p.m. Around half an hour away, so should be able to switch over from the end of this one to whichever one you'd like, and they're all available live and on demand through the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Hard-working media team at it once again. We'll bring you every match live and on demand throughout the season, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, give it a click or a tap, depending on what device you're using, and make sure you subscribe to the Football New South Wales channel. And also the social media channels, where there's plenty of action going on. Following last night, the match of the round from Barton Park. St George FC taking on Sydney Olympic. Spiritual homecoming of St George to for those old enough, the old St George Stadium has undergone a major renovation. The Frank Arrock grandstand, part of the renovations at Barton Park. Looking an absolute treat. So if you want to watch that one or any of the matches from any round during the season, including this one, make sure you head there and check it out.
Sebastian Hernandez.
Sebastian Hernandez taking his leave at 70 minutes for the Wolves. Had a fair stint this afternoon, the number 11.
And as he makes his way off, for number 9, Jake True.
Jake True coming on in the number 9 shirt to replace Hernandez, a more than handy replacement. His sister, I'm sure it's his sister Bronte playing for the MacArthur Rams. Speaking of NPL women's, she's been in pretty good form as well, so no doubt there'd be bragging rights on the line in the True household. Corner on the right-hand side for Wollongong here. Stay swings it into the back post and eventually it goes in. The acrobatic finish makes it 5 for the Wolves. I thought it was going to be Kanai Zumi at the back post, but it broke to the near side. And Wollongong makes it 5 with Dylan Ryan scoring for the home team. Wollongong 5, Central Coast 1. 73 minutes played here in the Illawarra, the home side.
Goal scored for your Wollongong Wolves, number 4, Dylan Ryan.
Now the counter-attack
Almost
immediately.
5, Central Coast Mariners 1.
Breaks down. There's a chance. Foul goes the way of the home team. Last year, it was 3-0 at Winch Stadium in round 8 for the Wolves. Jake True with a brace and Takumi Ofuka. At Plume Park in back end of the season, it was a 2-2 draw. Again, True and Ofuka scoring the goals for the Wolves. And a man who's now playing for Apia Leichhardt, Jordan Segreto, scored for the Mariners in that game. McStay goes down. I mentioned Segreto because he's one of our guests on the latest edition of Kickoff, the Football New South Wales podcast. Teo Pellizzeri and Henley Warner have a chat to Jordan along with Demi Koulazakis from Sydney Olympic, and keep you up to date with all the latest news, so make sure you check that out wherever you get your podcasts. Kickoff, the official Football New South Wales NPL podcast. Well worth a listen, especially on a day like today. Here's a chance for Wollongong. Nearly amounted to something. McStay gets the corner. We've got a Mariners player down as well. Inside the box. The trainer's been called for.
Substitution here for your Wollongong Wolves, number 7, Takumi Ofuka.
Looks like Ofuka's afternoon
Making way
is
for
done.
number 27, Damon Gray.
Damon Gray coming on in 27 to replace him. Final quarter hour for Gray. Ofuka's had a solid shift this afternoon of 75 minutes.
That substitution was number 16, Craig Thapper. Making way for number 42, Alexander Gantunas.
So as you might have heard in the background, Alex Guntunas coming on for Craig Thapper. Just gone wide, the home fans got a little excited for a moment. Nothing too dramatic there from them. Ball found side netting. Mustafa using the corner flag as a friend. McStay loads all the way back. Mustafa can't get through. All cleared by the Mariners, but only to halfway. Scott swings it wide for the substitute Gray. Gets it nearly the 1-2-3 there. Cleared away by Craig Cullen. Riak. With the scream of frustration there from Samuel Riak. He's had a good afternoon at the office, but that was not one of his better moments. Central Coast come away with possession. Inside the final quarter hour here at Ian McClellan Park. Central Coast on a long trip back up the M1 this evening. Scoreboard currently reading 5-1 against them. Doesn't do anything for their goal difference either. Conceding another handful this afternoon. Takes their tally against to 37 on the season. Wollongong goes to 28 goals scored, so that'll certainly help their cause. Final dozen minutes plus added time. Damon Gray, the target here on the right-hand side, runs onto it. Whips it to the back post, a bit too heavy, but Mustafa on the right, unloaded. Block came in time from Central Coast. McStay settles it. Central Coast trying to find something late, but I'll get a corner out of it, so not all bad news for the visiting side. Took over 10 to go here. This one well and truly in the bag. Look at next week, as I mentioned earlier, they both play on Saturday evening. Mariners back at home to St George FC, so the Saints coming off the high of their win last night over Sydney Olympic make the trip north to face the Mariners, while Wollongong make the trip to the Arctic Circle for a meeting with Spirit FC at 5:30. Mariners kicking off at 5 o'clock on Saturday evening. The other matches on Saturday, a couple of good ones here actually. Western Sydney Wanderers and Sydney Olympic from Wanderers Football Park. That'll be a beauty on Saturday night from Wanderers Park. Olympic looking to bounce back from that surprise loss last night. Jedovich takes that one easily. Also on Saturday night at Landon Stadium, Hills United taking on Apia Leichhardt. And St George City meeting Sutherland. Local derby of sorts at Penshurst. On Saturday night, while on Sunday, only the two games next Sunday. Blacktown City and Marconi from Landon Stadium, while at the Illingdon co-tenant derby of sorts, Rockdale Illingdon and Sydney FC. Rockdale the home team on Sunday. They'll take on Sydney, who are playing in about an hour's time at the Illingdon against RPL Leichhardt. So that's your football fix. Coming up on Friday night, I forgot one, Friday night, Manly United and Sydney United 58 from Cromer Park. 7:30 Friday night, you'll be able to catch that one. As we mentioned earlier, every match live and on demand through the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Make sure you join us. Also plenty of highlights and other content during the week as well, including the famous Team of the Week. We will get the votes out of this one and end up in the Team of the Week. I dare say they'll be wearing red, whoever they are. Like staff this afternoon is done. Thomas Dunn checking in for him. And a solid shift of over 80 minutes. Here's a long ball forward, but the flag is up for offside.
Substitution there for your Wollongong Wolves was number 10, Yakub Mustafa. Making way for number 29, Thomas Dunn.
So, 5-1 the score line. Offside flag, I make it 4-all, the offside count this afternoon. Now, Central Coast looking for a late one, but Janjetovic stopped it. It was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted regardless. Free kick to Wollongong. Den finding plenty of voice this afternoon. Ball into the box, cleared away. Only briefly. Lovely ball to the back post, but nobody there in a red shirt. Jake True delivering that. Nobody there to pick that up. Here's a chance for the Mariners at the other end. Cicluna gets on the left. Oh, not far away. Lovely strike from Lucas Cicluna. Probably one of the few highlights for the Mariners in the second half. A few early in the first half, but after that it's been precious little. And the home team will take 3 points from this afternoon's outing. And we'll happily move forward to next week with a date with Spirit FC at Christie Park, otherwise known as the Arctic Circle. Saturday evening at 5:30. Should be an interesting little match-up there. Spirit have been in reasonable form lately, so I don't think they're half a chance of stealing some points out of that trip to the northwest. Meanwhile, Scott keeps running, tried to get it forward. A free kick here. It's going to go the way of Wollongong for the original foul on Scott. Just over 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Plenty of red shirts up forward for Wollongong, but they decide the decoy option is the way to go. McStay, Riak, Gray. In fact, that's done. Now it's Gray. Right-hand side. Let's get on the left. Couldn't get there. McStay. Keeping it tight on this right touchline, Wollongong. All reloading through Harrison Wenzel. Now the Mariners trying to build something down the right-hand side. Cicluna once again. He's had a couple of good moments this afternoon, Lucas Cicluna. Tackle there. Ensures nothing develops. Sprint 4 done. Referee will say it's a Mariners ball. To the closing stages of this one, not that it's been up for decision for a long time, a good 40-odd minutes. This one's been fairly safe. The Mariners conceding 2 in the first 4 minutes of the second half and 3 in a 10-minute window either side of the break. Certainly putting this one to bed. Lights have been turned out and the pillows have been fluffed. Damon Gray down the right-hand side. That's a lovely ball through, just too much on it for Thomas Dunn. The idea was excellent. Dunn just couldn't quite stretch far enough to get there. Looks like we've got a Mariners player down inside the 18-yard box, so we'll have another slight delay here. Only a couple of minutes remaining in regulation, so this one nicely sealed up. David Carney will be pleased with the 3 points. Solid showing from his side. They really haven't given Central Coast too much to work with, bar that early goal, which was a counter goal from Lucas Smythe on 10 minutes. Besides that, there's been precious little for them to get excited about. The Mariners, that is. Wollongong have always had them at more than arm's length and kept this one well and truly in their control. To be fair, Central Coast haven't had many chances to really do anything in terms of attack. The Wollongong back four's been pretty solid, not giving away too much. They're right to get back underway. Might be a little bit of added time in the second half here as the floodlights come on. They'll take effect almost immediately. Here's a nice ball forward, but it'll be taken by Parake Cullen. Like there might be just a few spots of rain falling as we come to full time. We've had most of the second half without any rain, so a pleasant change from the weather we certainly arrived in a few hours ago. It was quite average this afternoon, but the second half's been quite bearable and almost no rain. Looks like just a few spots starting to fall as we speak, though. Kick to Wollongong. To added time now, and the fourth official, Mason Griffith, says 3 minutes
The official has
will be
indicated
the
there will be
number
a minimum of
added.
3 minutes at a time.
So 3 minutes remaining for Central Coast, I don't think they can do much more than try and get a consolation goal. Wollongong looking to make it a half dozen. Ground, although it's a synthetic one, is held up very well this afternoon. In excellent condition in Glennon Park here at Kembla Grange. My first time here, and certainly a very nice facility in Wollongong. Nice to have this one in the back pocket, no doubt, from the Illawarra community and the Wollongong Wolves to be able to come here if needed. Here's Damon Gray steaming in on target. Great Cullen with a good save. Used the right leg. Got down nicely to shut that down. Gray really had to pick his target. Just couldn't quite get the radar online. It's a nice ball forward for Dunn. What is inside. Great Cullen. It's there in time to see that one away. And about half hour allotted. 3 minutes of added time. Good defence there from Wollongong, ensuring no shot on goal. Gray once again down the right-hand side, offside. Leg went up rather quickly from the assistant on the near side. The spectators starting to make their way for the exit. Umbrellas are, as I said, going up. Hopefully we'll be able to get out of here without too much danger this afternoon. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage here on Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Mike Sheen with you for the call of this one today. Good tackle there. Coming in from Dylan Ryan. He's had a solid game at the back. Central Coast finish on a high. Cicluna has worked hard this afternoon, the captain. Janjetovic hasn't been called on much. That's the final action of the afternoon. A comfortable victory for the Wollongong Wolves. 2 in the first half, 3 in the second, makes 5-1 the final score. Wollongong Wolves 5, Central Coast Mariners 1. I'm Mike Sheen. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the coverage this afternoon. Until next time, thanks for joining us and have a great afternoon.
3 weeks' time on the 26th of May.